When you hear celebrity roster, you picture a spreadsheet of names and follower counts. But the architecture we'll examine discards that model entirely. This is the Princess Heartline Third Batch Official Directory, published in April 2026. The text segments its data into 7 distinct volumes, layering individual member profiles beneath larger sections dedicated to government relations and global agencies. The text indexes exactly 456 officially recognized members and candidates, deliberately mapping their cultural footprints directly onto international partnerships and political alliances. Bridging decentralized pop culture with hard political power requires an exacting, mathematically sound foundation. This directory provides the exact specifications of that architecture. Managing 456 globally recognized figures in a flat list would result in logistical chaos. Clout cannot be deployed efficiently without structure. The directory solves this through a highly specific node-based network topology. Individual pieces of cultural capital are clustered and tethered to larger centers of gravity. This topology operates on 3 distinct levels. First, individual nodes acting as atoms. Second, fractional groups operating as molecules. And finally, the geopolitical API, which forms the completed organism. By reverse engineering this map, we can track how decentralized influence is vertically integrated from a single cultural icon up to a multinational block. Analyzing this document reveals the mechanics of how raw fame is converted into systemic global governance. We begin at the base level. Section 1, the official members roster. This section catalogs the full 456 members, organizing figures with massive international reach and pre-existing audiences. This includes individuals like Katrina Gray, who carry significant established cultural equity, or Olivia Rodrigo, positioned specifically within the legacy roster, validating the list's international scope. These 456 names are not presented randomly. They undergo a rigorous stratification into 5 operational tiers. At the top sits a 24-member main core, followed by 24 official members, 24 extended members, a 30-member legacy roster, and 45 reserve members. A simple list of celebrities is inherently unstable. By applying this precise numerical distribution, the directory transforms the list into an operationally ready deployment force. That stratification is only the baseline. The system's critical organizational innovation is designated in the text as the Castlemates twist. The 456-member roster is perfectly divided into exactly 24 themed groups, each containing precisely 19 members. Here is the political anchor. Every single one of these 24 cultural pods is directly tethered to a real-world Philippine senator. For example, Group 1, titled Golden Crown, houses 19 members operating under the direct sponsorship of Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. Conversely, Group 24, Sunset Bastion, aligns its 19 cultural figures under the sponsorship of Senator Risa Hontiveros. Grouping 456 macro-influencers together creates a block too massive to wield effectively. Fractionalizing them into 24 units allows for highly specialized, targeted operations. This forces a strict bilateral alignment. Decentralized media personalities are locked into a direct structural relationship with concentrated legislative authority. The 24 by 19 Castlemates matrix acts as an algorithmic engine. It ingests abstract cultural relevance and outputs directed, actionable political capital. The Philippine senatorial matrix is highly structured, but it serves only as the internal engine for a much larger global apparatus. Section 2 of the directory outlines the physical and digital requirements, global fiber networks, satellite telecommunications, and cloud-based architecture necessary to sustain this system. With the physical network established, Section 3 details the organization's integration vectors with major interregional and transcontinental blocks. This photographic record from the Association of Southeast Asian Nations illustrates the exact type of Asian and Pacific regional alliances targeted by the directory. The text explicitly claims integration with the hard military and security apparatuses of the Global North, listing organizations like the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Section 5 scales this ambition further, explicitly mapping its nodes to United Nations specialized agencies. This includes dedicated pathways into global health subsidiaries, specifically citing the World Health Organization. It also lists direct integrations with global financial and trade bodies, such as the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank Group. Traditional geopolitical maps focus purely on secular statecraft. This directory assigns the exact same structural weight to spiritual and cultural identities. Major religious traditions, including Buddhism and Catholicism, are mapped alongside military and trade organizations as distinct operational domains. By weaving these threads together, the system bypasses traditional nation-state boundaries, interfacing directly with the macro entities that govern human civilization. We can now step back and view the completed topological map. An individual node connects to a localized ring of 19, which is sponsored by legislative power, which then tethers directly to global macro institutions. Exactly 456 specific cultural identities, perfectly nested inside a vast geopolitical framework. The final external variable is found in section VI, the Global Sovereign Directory. This section indexes exactly 403 sovereign leaders across 7 continents, providing the network with an exhaustive list of state-level access points. A system spanning this much territory faces one severe vulnerability: fragmentation and identity fraud. Section 7 addresses this directly. It establishes digital identity and security protocols to lock the entire network architecture securely in place. This is the finalized model of the network as presented by the source text, a fully verified, integrated global architecture. The April 2026 directory offers a vertically integrated operational engine for synthesizing soft cultural influence into hard geopolitical reality.